Are we trying it or it's
I think
already
we're live.
listening
I
in
think we're
background?
live, bro. Yeah.
Let's
Man,
go.
the issues were real. I think let's see here. Let me know in the chat here, guys. If you guys can hear me. Yeah, it looks like we're live. We're here. We did it. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that, but we did not have any connection at all to the server. Ecamm was like, no, I don't want to work with you. But hey, welcome, guys. Welcome to a abrupt start off to the live show today. The morning market report. Anything that can go wrong, it will. Murphy's Law works at Piper Academy. That is for sure. OC, how you doing today, man?
Oh, doing fantastic. Yesterday I did some electrician work. There's nothing like playing with live electricity. So I'm just joking. I mean, I did some electricity, but don't do that at home. Let it for a certified electrician. I actually got the new like Wi-Fi, digital, automated, programmable switches, and I couldn't wait for an electrician to place them. And I just went ahead and did it.
Well, there you go. There you go. Maybe you can come and tell me what's going on with my connection to the Ecamm server. If you guys don't know, I use Ecamm Live for my broadcast streams, and it did not want to connect to the server at all. And then I think, because right now we're not broadcasting to X, we usually simulcast, but we're not broadcasting to X. So I think it was something with, hey, X, YouTube's letting me in, X is not. So I don't know, man. But we're here, we're live. We appreciate you all. We didn't even get the intro this morning, tell you guys what everything's about today. My entire stuff is gone. So I'm going to build all that back up while OC's going over the Bitcoin chart. OC, let's go ahead and jump over to Bitcoin. Let's take a look. Oh,
All right. Fuck. Harry. Change account. Private Academy. Live.
thumbnails dropping now.
Okay. And they can rescue the live. Roger that. It seems like we're live again.
Are we?
Yes,
We
we
are.
are.
We are. Awesome. All right. Man, I guess we're not going over to yours. I don't know what's going on today. The Ecamm server is just not playing well. All right, let's try this again. OC, let's go to your chart and check it out, bro. What do you got for us?
Perfect. Let's go. All right. So this is where we left out. We were shorting from this area of resistance. Remember, we still have 25% open based on this trade. Oh, sorry, based on this trade that we have it right here. It's coming back up. So it's time to start moving our stop to entry really quickly like this. So we're basically on schedule right now. Let me zoom out and go to a cleaner chart.
OC, they're
And
saying
here
there's
it
no
is.
sound. No sound. No sound.
Fuck.
Yep, set it up
Okay.
on yours.
What do we do? Okay,
Set it up on
we'll try
yours.
that.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, they said audio's good here. They just had to reopen it. Hold on, OC.
Okay.
Let me check. I'm listening in. I'm listening. Yep, we're good. All right, back to your chart. Now try it again.
Let's get it. All right. All right.
Oh my
So
goodness.
zooming out.
Love it. Rectober is affecting everything, man. I'm done. No, let's go.
I know. All right, so take a look at where we left out here. Also, we're looking for, or I am still expecting a little bit of a more downside. This thing can change a little bit. Look at how we have a double reversal. Diamonds are going from bearish now back to bullish. We already have the flip of the ribbon. Let me zoom in here so we can see it a little bit better. And of course, let's get this to work like that. All right, much better. And right here, we already have the flip of the ribbon. That is not confirmed an entry so far. I mean, it is just one flip of the ribbon at this point, which would have been an entry if we had a big support, which, yeah, we're bouncing right now off the predictive ranges in here, but we're also kind of not creating higher highs. So this is within a pickle. That's why let's go back to our trade. That's why we still have 25% in on this short, and we're going to be looking for the next possible long entry. But so far, don't rush it. All right, we can still go lower because this looks like very, very shitty. Very shitty price action. Look at that, up down, back in what is it now doing, right? So very important, we need to be above or cross above the zero lining here for me to grab some more confidence. This could happen like overnight, something like this, and then if we have a breakout, most likely at these areas we're going to be seeing a retest to the downside. But I'm not going to be trading this area other than a possible short all the way up here. All right. So if we have a breakout, retest, and then continuation to the loud order block, that could be it. Especially seeing this huge order block at the top. But so far, I still have plan A on the aim as the most possible scenario. So what is plan A? Basically dropping to the next area of support at 100K, 102, 199. Okay, so that's basically it. Let's zoom out again. Let's clean this up and let's get things out of the way. So again, we are in a sort of like a big megaphone, and if we start bringing up our trend lines in here, you'll see that we can still go a little bit lower. Let me throw a couple of other stuff in here besides the support and resistances. I want to check out, sorry, the predictive ranges, because so far we are on one of the biggest resistances on predictive ranges, which is golden line, and then well coming back to the blue line, which I don't think that's going to act as support because we already have broken it once. So the next one will be look at that, especially on that area right there at 101. So I would say that right now we are in a no trading zone. I still need to see either a breakout to the upside that will be positive, and I'm gonna be trying to long it from where is it to the top here 114, 300. And if we have a flip of the ribbon, which I believe that we're gonna have a secondary flip of the ribbon, and let me show you like what something along these lines coming down a lot slightly up and then continuation down. So coming down slightly up, continuation down. I think that's gonna be the pattern to follow, right? If we have this, well then the next target is gonna be all the way down to 100K. So far that's what I got on Bitcoin.
Awesome, and I think we're still good. I think we're still running live, so this is awesome. Let's go talk about Into the Cryptoverse right now, guys. Looking at the metrics, I want to jump over to the news. We're just going to do. I don't have it set up on the other one, so we're going to do it over here. Let's jump in here and take a look. All right, let's go and see what we got on the total crypto market cap, guys. $3.67 trillion right now is what we're sitting at. Looking at a 4.547 trillion as the total crypto market cap trend line. We're currently about 19%. We're staying right there in that range of undervaluation. Not seeing much happen there with that, guys. Looking at the wristbands currently right now, Bitcoin sitting in that 3x wristband, part of our dollar cost average plan, the Piper plan, where everything runs way more efficiently on that than my broadcast. Battlefield Bitcoin 100, absolutely. Contrary trader, what's up, man? Looking at the Bitcoin dominance today, guys, 59.26% when you have stables in. Take those stables out, we're at 64.52% right now. So about a 5% spread, a little bit over a 5% spread is what we're seeing on Bitcoin dominance when you take away the stables, meaning about 5% of that dominance right into stable coins, not into alts. So what about alt season? How's it looking? Let's pull it up and check. Just loading in here. There we go. Alt season index is sitting right now, if it loads, there we go, at 51.11%. And currently it's neither Bitcoin nor altcoin season. We are seeing that right now 22 altcoins in the top 50 minus the stable coins are sitting at a return on investment greater than Bitcoin. So less than Bitcoin, 27 or higher. We're not close, guys. Look how much we've just dropped down. We're actually sitting almost at the 50% line, 51%. 25% would put us in Bitcoin territory, not alt season, Bitcoin season. Let's go take a look at X marks the spot. I got quite a few things in here today to go over. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index hitting bangers like the Padawan. What's up, man? JR's trading like a crazy man over in the Discord. Looking up Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index right now. We're sitting at 27 in fear. Ethereum's Fear and Greed Index sitting at 33 right now, also in fear. Guys, be aware today, Trump, he's going to be addressing the nation at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the middle and amidst our government shutdown. Yeah, he's going to address the nation at 3 today. Focuses are expected to be on healthcare, border security, China tariffs, and immigration enforcement. Be ready for some volatility. That's what I have to say about that. We're probably going to get some volatility. Markets likely to react to everything, not anything, everything he says. You can't make this up. The Trump administration is outperforming almost all hedge funds right now. How convenient is that? Every investment is up at least 80%, with two investments nearing 150% profit. This does not include the soon to come quantum computing stocks. Net worth $17.2 billion. Guys, can we talk about Trump as the new Nancy Pelosi? Can we do that yet? Because I'm just saying, and I guarantee you money's going to be made out of this today too. Not sure how I feel about all this, but anyway, how's national debt doing? Well, congratulations, new all-time highs. Let's go, people. New all-time highs on the charts. What is it? It's your national debt breaking $38 trillion for the first time in history. Opt out with Bitcoin. I agree, Bitcoin Magazine. So congratulations to all of my fellow Americans. We all owe $111,398 in national debt. So I
Pay up, pay up.
pay up. Let's go. Get your
Pay up.
checkbooks out. Let's start writing $111,000 checks to pay off the debt. 38 trillion, man. It's insane. Yeah, guys, I've been using all that private data. Remember that when I was getting the economic data? And congratulations to everyone. First Toaster said, yeah, we're all in debt. Let's go. Yes. Do you guys remember I said, look, I'm digging. I'm finding you guys this private data, right? We're getting private data to make up for the lack of government released reports on what's going on with the economy. Yeah, the Federal Reserve is no longer receiving data on the private sector employment from an independent provider, adding to policymakers' lack of timely information on the economy amid the ongoing federal government shutdown. Payroll service firm ADP Research has stopped providing data to the federal government, which covers about 20% of the U.S. private labor force, after an August 28th speech by Fed Governor Christopher Waller that referenced the statistics, according to a person familiar with the situation. So a Fed governor referenced the ADP report, and the ADP just said, yeah, we're not going to give that information out anymore. It wasn't immediately clear what triggered the ADP's decision. The spokesperson for the firm, which had been providing the data to the Fed for several years, did not respond for a request to comment. The continued lack of access to data, first reported by the American Prospect, comes at a difficult time for the Fed and for Army Piper because of the government shutdown. Federal statistics agencies have mostly ceased producing economic reports that's obscured policymakers' understanding of economic developments as they approach their policy for FOMC on October 29th. Guys, I really don't know what to do with this info, OC. Like, are we just going to live in this bubble of no data, operate in the dark, no night vision goggles? They know it's not good and they don't want to cause a panic. Dude, I don't know. Maybe the Fed came out and said, "Hey, guys, we stopped putting out data, but you're still releasing data. So can you guys maybe like cut that off? We'll blame you, but we'll know that it's not on purpose and that, we're just not getting any data because you guys are like 20%. I don't know. Tinfoil hat time, OC. Get your tinfoil hat out. But yeah, it's not looking good. He makes money off of real estate and his business is not insider trading, but it's dumb how people keep talking about that. Yes, but you do have to admit, man, he has had some very good picks that have made him money, contrary trader. I'm just saying, it's sus. It's sus. Like, we've all made good money this year. I'll give you that. But to have absolute bangers on every pick, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the
Too
day, if
much
you
blood.
just buy stuff, and hold it, you'll be there forever. By the way, did you see this Tucker Carlson OC? I don't know if you saw this or not, but check this out. He said he will not be investing in Bitcoin because he believes the CIA created it. You might want to get your tinfoil hat out for that too.
And nobody can explain to me who Satoshi was, the creator of Bitcoin, this mysterious guy who apparently died, but nobody knows who he was. I grew up in DC primarily in a government family, so CIA. That's my guess. Can't prove it, but like, you're telling me to invest in something whose founder is like mysterious and has billions of dollars of unused Bitcoin. Like, what is that? And no one can answer the question, including some of the biggest holders of Bitcoin in the world. Do I know personally? They're like, oh, it doesn't matter. What matters to me, right? And
I don't know. What do you think, OC? CIA created or
All right.
Satoshi Nakamoto? Or was it Hal Finney? Because we all know it's Hal Finney. Let's go over here and talk. Let's hear it. What do you got for
All
us?
right. So let me just first answer based on what we just heard and based on the answer. If the CIA is involved, I think it might be an outstander out of the CIA. So somebody that said, hey, you know what, this project that we discovered somebody was working on is really good. And maybe because I believe on free money, let's just push it out there, right? And then he got fired, killed, whatever, because he put so much power out there. The next thing it is, all right, remember that things in the government are created for two reasons: the beautiful or the pretty reason, and then the real reason, right? So here's the thing: if and this is what I believe, if we need to be afraid of something, we don't need to be afraid of Bitcoin or CIA. I think we need to be afraid of BlackRock. They just have the monetary means to have it all. I mean, they can own the freaking centers, right? And then they can start steering the thing to whatever they want to. Coming back to, hey, the pre-reason and the real reason. The pre-reason will be, hey, free money, this and this and that. The real reason could be CBDCs, quote unquote, right? So how can we just push CBDCs to people that like freedom and hate this? Well, let's create something that then further through its evolution, we can change the rules of it based on a disaster, right? So first offer them Bitcoin that looks pretty, and then let's control the centers. Let's fake a disaster, and then based on that fear, change the mining centers to actually fit like a CBDC or something like that that has much more control. So that's the actual route that I would say, right? The path of least resistance, I would say. So I would be much more concerned of BlackRock actually getting their tentacles, which, by the way, don't take my word for it, investigate it, but it already have. All right. The only reason that I still do Bitcoin and I still like Bitcoin, it's because I still believe that miners, we might still have a voting power on this, right? But other than that, I mean, BlackRock already has its tentacles around so many data points and data centers. So just saying. But yeah, that's my
Here's my
take on it.
stance. Here's my stance. Because he may have grew up in DC and been around CIA. I've actually worked with the CIA and JSOC, Joint Special Operations Command areas. I've worked with CIA. I've actually been told that the target that I just spent days building a packet on, and that we had his known location, pattern of life, kill box, everything ready to go to stand down because we couldn't go after them. Why? Because they were a CIA informant. So I've worked with the CIA. They would not have created a public ledger for all of that. Just my opinion. They're because they would have built something that they can move money quickly and easily to fund operations around the world, and then at the end of the day, they would not want that to be able to be seen. So, just my opinion. CIA doesn't like to operate in transparency. Bitcoin is all about it. So, shout out to everybody in the chat right now. By the way, Crypto Princess, we're going to be redirecting over to her here in a little while. Contrary Trader, appreciate you being here. Caliphant, you guys are just arguing back and forth. I'm just throwing up ideas for people to think about. I'm not trying to cause debates. There's only a few things in this world worth fighting over. And
One
I
of
don't
those
think
is aliens.
is aliens. Aliens, man. All right, let's go back and finish looking at this. We got to talk about what's going on in the markets today. OC, let's jump over here. Looking here, guys, stock market right now. Dow Jones down about 0.11% there. S&P is up about a 0.25%. NASDAQ about 0.45%. And the Russell 2K about 0.33% at 0.32. The VIX is coming down a little bit, but still sitting over 17. Which means we're in some volatility right now, about 1% upside on that. Look at the bonds, 10-year treasury yield, 4%. We're coming back. We're coming back. We're going to go get in on a 4% yield again, meaning that we're probably going to see 30-year mortgage rates and car loans go back up again. This thing is not wanting to go down. How about gold? How's it looking today? Making a little rally, up 2.31% today, OC. We'll take a look at that here in just a second. It's up $4,160. It just changed on us. Silver is at $48.90. We'll round it up. Why not? Well, my 41 ounces of silver, I'll take it. And we are looking at that at the upside of 2.5%. Copper is up about 1.8. Platinum is up 2.89, and palladium up 2.66% today. Let's go over here and take a look at the crypto bubbles. Red on the hourly. How are we looking on the daily, though? Lots of green. Lots of green. Bitcoin is up about 1.5% right now on the daily, on the hourly, up just slightly, continuing that move. Ethereum up about 0.8%. BNB is up 1.5%. Solana is up 4.2%. Man, Solana has been leading the markets lately. It's almost like Solana is this cycle's Ethereum. Remember how towards the end of last cycle, Ethereum would start to move and Bitcoin would follow it? We're seeing that with Solana this cycle. It's a pretty interesting thing to see. Solana, Ethereum of 2025. Look at here at Dogecoin at 2.7%. Hyperliquid, geez, guys, they crushed BNB. I read an article this morning. They crushed BNB on fees for the past 30 days. Hyperliquid did. Yes, they're man, it's amazing. And what's nice about Hyperliquid, if you guys don't know, is shout out to DDT for teaching me this. They take their fees and they buy more Hyperliquid. So it really has a big effect on the price. So when you see them making a lot of fees and then you see Hyperliquid pump, that's why. It's why it's up 12.7% because of their system and how it works over there on Hyperliquid exchange. So it's pretty cool. What else? Other big movers? Not really. Monero 6.6% because everybody wants to be private. This I would believe the CIA made. There you go. How about the economic calendar? Let's look at this. Existing home sales, guys, came out at top of the hour when we were trying to get a show started. 4 million existing home sales was the previous number. They thought it would be 4.1 or 3.9. Rounded up or rounded down. How about 4.06? Just a little bit higher, but yeah, existing home sales happening. That's an interesting sign. We know, like in this month that they're talking about, that's when my house sold. So yeah, which was an existing home, right? So yeah, seeing an increase there. Look at this. Thought it was going to be down for month over month from the previous month, 0.2. They thought it would be -2. Came into positive 1.5. Now, tomorrow is going to be the first time we're going to get some data this week, guys. We've been denied. We've been starved of information. And so what do we have here? Core inflation rate month over month, supposed to be flat. Core inflation rate year over year, supposed to be flat to slightly down. Inflation rate month over month, including food and energy, supposed to be the same, and then the year over year slightly higher. So could be 0.2% higher on inflation rate year over year when you include food and energy. You know, the necessities of life: food, electricity, heat, water. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Inflation rate probably coming up on that. This is going to be the first data and maybe the only data we get before next week, and that's going to be the FOMC interest rates here, guys. We're not seeing any other look. We're not even going to get durable goods orders next Monday. Nothing is going on because the federal government is shut down still. How long is that going to be? Who knows, man? But how are we looking for the rate cut next week? We're at 98.9% right now. Chance that we get a rate cut. It's going to be 25 basis points. We're sitting at a 1.1% chance that we get nothing. I want to go in here and pull up Polymarket. Polymarket. There you go. Let's go look and see, when will the government shutdown end? We're looking at November 16th, OC. That's what the highest level of prediction is on Polymarket right now. Looks
Ooh.
14% chance of October 31st through the 3rd, 16% chance of November 4th through the 7th, 40% chance that it's November 16th or beyond as of right now. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Let me know. Piper, did you sell your house to buy more crypto? Why do you say that, Crypto AI? I sold my house. Actually, I sold Bitcoin. I sold Bitcoin to put as the down payment on this house that I'm in. And then I took all of my profits from the house I sold to put into dry powder to add to my DCA bag of buying more Bitcoin. So I went out of one hard asset into another hard asset, took profits from the old hard asset to in the future put into another hard asset. And that's the shuffle play. That's shell game. The shell game. But right now, if you guys aren't aware, if you're watching me for the first time or you've not heard the plan that I have going, it's called the Piper plan. And I'm just going to tell you, I'm not even going to shill where to, I don't, $5, whatever, Discord. Anyway, I have a majority of my money now sitting in stable coins. I am mostly out. I'm about 14% in right now, maybe into the market still. Most of it's sitting in USDC. And I'm a piper. You're a piper. We're a piper. Wouldn't you like to be a piper too? Be a piper. Be or be piper. I know that song, Dee Dee. I got you, man. Music always in my head. But yeah, anyway, it's making nice yield, like 4.16% right now in yield earnings. And then it's just building up and compounding interest on my USDC. And then every week I'm buying more Bitcoin again after taking all my profits because I'm positioning for what comes next. So that's the goal. Always grow your capital. Don't let it slip away. Because when you do, it's hard to get it back. Very hard to get it back. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I took all that money and just set it right there on top. Also, I also have my Coinbase American Express card, which pays me 4% in Bitcoin on everything. I use that for all of my purchases. If I take a credit card, I use that, and then I pay that off at the beginning of the month with no interest. So, yeah, grow Bitcoin. That's what I'm doing. So, yeah, nice move, Crypto AI said. OC, how are we looking on gold, bro? I pretty much think we got through most of the news that I was going to talk to about today. So how are we looking on gold? And then I want to come back and talk about the Bitcoin battlefield, as the thumbnail said, because we are really in a battlefield zone. So I want to go take a look at gold because gold has a little narrative that which we discussed this week into Bitcoin. And I want to talk about Bitcoin after that and long-term effects on it because gold's starting to come back up.
This actually is playing out? Nope. All right. And these are basically coming back down here. Remember I mentioned that at this point, I was scooping some more gold for myself. We still need to be very careful because, well, as you can see, we are also expecting based on previous setups in here how gold gets this down. I now hear you. I can hear you now.
You're good. Go for it.
All right, perfect. So basically, we're talking about how this start creating, and let me just get rid of this. Oh my goodness, of this whole spaghetti thing, right? How start creating some sort like a bull flag, right? But it's not a bull flag; it tends to be a range. So the same thing happens here. So I believe that we're gonna be having a lower high in here. So we need to be very, very careful. Let's bring up predictive ranges in that first lower high area. It is right now. So at this moment this is not a good idea or not a good area to start buying gold. Hey guys, this is me telling you right after yesterday we bounced out of the loud order block despite it was a very loud order block, right? We're bouncing on it off it, and yes, we can even go to 4,288. If you guys have some spot gold, set your take profit somewhere around 4,288 for a partial exit, 50% out on this position or something like that. And well, then right now move you stop to entry. So far, if you are here for the long run, at least set a sell order somewhere around the 4,000 882, 4,100, and that is to be around or protected for these areas. So in case this is the dead cat bounce, so in case this does like that, well, then you are protecting your capital. Remember, we can still go somewhere around 3,800. It's not out of the game, but so far we're creating the more bullish approach. So far, if you're in this trade, the next target is going to be 4,284. So let's call it 4,300. And but move your stop to entry and make sure you take some gains as you go. So that's what I got on Gold Piper. Everything doing nicely.
DDT knows what the issue is. He said he just looked it up on Grok, and it said that you have to shave off half of your beard. And if you do that, it'll work.
Well, like this,
No,
like
like
that,
this,
oh,
like
like that,
this,
oh, like
like
that.
that.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah. That's according to Grok. AI is never wrong. Just ask Pam. All right, let's go take a look at what I'm seeing on Bitcoin right now. Guys, taking a look here on Bitcoin. I apologize about everything today, guys. I'll figure out what's going on. I probably need to go in and update something in one of the multiple pieces that plug into this. It's a lot of work to do a stream, if you guys don't know. It's not just jump on and hit start and go. It's a lot of things working together to get quality audio, quality video, transition. So I apologize. I will do better for you. You guys deserve it. All right, let's take a look here at what we're seeing on Bitcoin. Right now, guys, still, and I'm looking at a weekly chart here. We can put this on like a 3-day just to give you a little bit of insight here. It's still this bull market support band and the daily dynamic reactor from Chart Prime's indicators. They're both running right here, and it's just absolutely crushing resistance on price. Now we just went down. We almost got a nice touch here on our quantum reactor. These are algorithmic exponential moving averages with a whole lot of source code, volume, all kinds of stuff going into them. And historically, if we lose this, and again, I do have my alert set over here, that alert set at 101,500. I suggest you guys set that alert on your charts. If you want to know how to do that, just go over here. You got a plus, and you can just add an alert at that price, 101,500. The reason for that is because if we go down to our 52-week, and I keep saying this because I'm going to keep banging this drum until you guys get it. This is our line in the sand. When I did that thumbnail about Bitcoin is in a battlefield right now, it really is, because if we lose this level, we're very likely looking at being in the crypto winter. You see how it holds a support and we go higher. Let's go back here, holds a support, and we go higher. When we lose that, it's because we've gone into crypto winter. And then we get an OC retest on it, and then down we go for, 70, the remainder of that 70% drop from the top. What is it? I want to see how much it typically is from the time that we do the OC retest to the bottom OC. Yeah, it's like 66%. And if you guys are holding your alts right now, your alts are going to get absolutely slaughtered in that drop. So right now, we've really got to get back above this bull market support band and prove that we're going to go higher. As of now, we've had multiple 3-day periods here. We haven't been there since 13 October. So we're like 10 days now. 10 days now, we've been stuck under this range, and every attempt to get through it has failed. So we are now hoping that this area holds. Hopium, that's your hopium line. That's your double hopium line. Jesus, take the wheel. And then after that, we have to assume that we're looking at what I think might be like a 50% drop for the crypto winter, because we do have so much institutional, I won't say institutional, because most of the institutional buy-ins, it is Little Fish. I'll talk about that in a second. Most of the institutional buy-ins is retail through ETFs. Yeah, there's some companies out there saying the boys say, Piper, stop sucking. Dave Digital. Hey, I'll take either one, man. But yeah, it's the institutions that are buying aren't buying enough to hold it. And let's be honest, unless you're Michael Saylor, who doesn't care what happens because he's all on convertibles from 2027. We have to say that it's really about the institutions, and are they willing to hold and tell their shareholders, if they're a publicly traded company, yeah, we round tripped this and we're down this much money on it. And I think most of them will not. So I do think that we could, though, see a 50% drop at least. That would be a $70,000 Bitcoin. Of course, it's all about this line. So again, put that alert on there. That is the Bitcoin battlefield right now. And it is the difference between new all-time highs and crypto winter. Literally, this area right here. We're talking about a spread difference of 11%. We have an 11% battlefield on the charts right now. And so if we're going to keep that, if we're going to keep this bull market going, that 11% is make or break for the cycle, in my opinion. And, you know, to be able to look at it like that, throw it on and go, hey, there's an 11% window there. That's not a very big range to be the difference between Valhalla and Hades. I'm just saying, man. Like, OC, your thoughts on that range there? Have we ever really watched Bitcoin stay in such a volatile, bearish versus bullish state in that tight of a margin before?
I don't know if exactly in that type of margin, but certainly we have seen Bitcoin staying on uncomfortable places like that. I would say that for so long, I don't know if we've been seeing that for so long, but certainly we're cooking something right now. I mean, for sure, this cycle is different as with any other last cycle, and we need to talk about that, right? So I do remember that discussion that happened yesterday in the Discord, guys. So if you are not tracking, go check that out. Very interesting points out there that I think that might be adding to, hey, what might be happening at this point in this cycle. But so far, let me go for the narrative, right? I mean, so far the cycle is the same. I think the position where Bitcoin is at this point is going to get broken, and I think we're going to go slightly lower at least to get started with November. But so far, I mean, that's what I got. What do you think? Are we going to stock in here? Are we going lower or higher?
Well, I will point out, as Little Fish said, we did get a bright green candle on our 3-day right now. Okay. But that's not really where I watch for the big moves. I watch it on the weekly. The weekly tells you a lot on this MVP oscillator, and we're still not on a bright green there. You can see here when we hit bright green here, that pretty much, yeah, we had one swing fill pattern, but look, 52 week and up it goes. If we get a bright green here, I'm going to be watching for the weeks that follow and see if we get that swing fill pattern again on that 52. And then I'll get super bullish. But I mean, when we start to get these bright greens, that was a nice up move there. How much was that from where we hit that? Let's see here. That was a 28, almost 30% move to the upside off of that bright green candle. Of course, you guys know this one here. That was a massive one. Even from the lowest, we'll go from the lowest of the bright green to the top. That was a move of 52%. So, yeah, when I get a bright green candle here on the weekly, then I'll start to get more bullish. But as of right now, we can't even print a full bright green. This Sunday, we will know what's going on, and of course, that's going to play Thursday, Friday, Trump meeting today, Trump tweets over the weekend. Who knows? Who knows, man? I just put Valhalla into my Garmin and it returned an error. Yeah, I've told Siri to find Valhalla before she couldn't do it. So, at the end of the day, guys, it's really about just staying committed and being consistent, and we're just going to do that with the DCA plan. So, trading alts, I think we were talking about this in Alex O's crypto show earlier, and Dano Crypto dropped in and said, "I'm done. I am not going to do anything at all with trading. I'm just going to be doing spot buys on alts." And I said, "Dude, let's be fair." And I have this list here. I'm gonna bring it up and show it to you. Let me go here, Chat GPT. Good old Chat GPT. There we go. Chat GPT. Let's take a look here. Let's talk about it. Corporations building on blockchain. Check it out. Circle Internet Financial. They're building their own open layer one called ARC. Okay. Stripe. They're building their own blockchain for payments called Tempo. Google Cloud. They're building GCUL, Global Enterprise Blockchain and Ledger. Swift is building their own. It's not XRP. They're building their own. I'm just saying. Citigroup, they're doing a Citi token service. It's blockchain-based platform, 24/7 USD clearing, exploring stablecoin issuance. Visa, building their own. MasterCard, building their own. What else? BlackRock, building their own. Guys, companies are not using our altcoins that we all thought they were going to use. They're building their own blockchains because the technology is what they want, not the decentralization. And they need to know static cost. If I do this today, it should be the same amount next week for me to send a transaction, right? So they're just going to build their own, and it's not going to be traded, and it's not going to be in something that's volatile. Companies like consistency, and they like to be able to project for their shareholders what they're going to use. So we're not going to see a lot of these tokens be adopted into the institutional fintech usage. They're going to build their own. Blockchain brought revolution to fintech, not your altcoin. And so he said that he was just going to buy a spot. And I was like, no, you trade altcoins. Altcoins are traded so that you can buy more Bitcoin. That's what you spot buy. But yeah, I can only scream it so many times to so many people. So they all think that their coin's going to be adopted by the entire planet and that it's going to be this amazing thing that they're going to, this is going to be adopted by everyone and my coin's going to $1,000. No, it's not. It's probably going to get you wrecked and maybe never come back to its all-time high. Cardano. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there, bro. Your thoughts on this before you head out?
Oh, well, not much. I mean, if we're going to be taking a look at the icons, especially talking about, like, for example, Cardano, we need to be very careful. Cardano is one of my favorite coins, and talking about it is because of the utilization of the token, right? I do remember you mentioning something like about Caspa, like, hey, you know what? Great project, but it's just deserted, right? The price actually does not reflect its utility. I think the same thing happens with Cardano, but it is what it is. I'm not here to change the narrative. I'm not here to set new boundaries. I'm not here to make things right? I'm just here to say, you know what? This is what I like. This is what I'm going to be trading. This is for financials. This is for usage. I still think that Cardano has a long way to go. But so far, I'm standing with it. I mean, maybe never getting back to those highs. I do believe that we might see it, but not right now, not in this cycle. But well, the utilization of Cardano, if it's still alive in the upcoming cycle, I think will be massive. Other than that, icons right now in this area, if Bitcoin loses the support, right? I mean, they are gonna be suffering big, like big, big, big. So guys, always go for the worst case scenario, right? That's how you stay alive. I know by mitigate, quote unquote, mitigate the amount of money that you are, quote unquote, earning, because it's not money that you're earning. It's actually the strategy that you're applying. So what do you value more, right? I mean, your current amount of money or losing it all, right? So just saying, go for the approach of, hey, what is the worst case scenario? Let's prepare for that, and let's then hope for the best. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best, right? So far, so good. I think that's what I got. And other than that, well, hopefully we are coming back down here in December, saying, you know what, on all times highs again, baby.
All-time highs again. Hey, 11% battlefield, man. 11% battlefield. It's a very dangerous area to be right now. So once we get one or the other, then I'll just make my decisions from there. Be flexible. That's all we have to do. Be flexible. Be like water. Be a wave rider like Lunar Beaches. That's right. Ride the waves. There you go, bro. Swift partnered with Link, but they did it to make their own tech, not use links. Exactly, BC. And that's what we're seeing. They will adopt some of these things for their interoperability, or to have these companies make something that is interoperable. But at the end of the day, they want consistent pricing. Nobody in the corporate world wants fluctuating cost that they cannot project. So their profit, P&E, right? This is our projections and earnings, profits and earnings, and here's our quarterly projection. They got to be able to quarterly project, and they can't do that on something that has volatile pricing. So Yeah, not good. That's why we're going to see a lot of things on stablecoin, which is what Circle is doing. I think that's going to be your interoperability at the end of the day. So, all right, guys, we appreciate you all. Thanks for joining us here. We're about to head over to Crypto Princess. She's doing the Crypto Blonde Bombshell interview today. So, if you guys want to see some see an interview with one of the ladies of crypto, we're going to go head over there. I appreciate you guys all joining us here. Make sure you tune into OC. He's going to be live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing trade setups with OC Guy right here on Piper Academy Network. And then tomorrow, BC Port Corp kicking it all off. We'll be back at 10 a.m. with some CPI data. We'll see what happens. Maybe the government be reopened. Maybe it won't. Remember, 3 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time, Trump volatility coming to a chart near you. Until next time, guys, peace, love, profits. And as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Later.
That's the rap. Chart stack data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done.
You can't handle the truth. Emotional damage.
We'll see you at the next
They don't
one.
know what the fuck they're doing.
Jesse, you only wrote that 97 times. 3 more times on the board, please. Emotional damage.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?